All the world's a stage, and most of us are desperately unrehearsed, said Sean O'Casey. Art, including painting, sculptures, music, and theater, surround our culture and make up our world. However, schools push away art and focus solely on math, science, history, English, social studies, etc. However, studies show that this could be detrimental to students, as art provides students with skills and knowledge to prepare them for life. For this reason, art and theater, being vital to educational and emotional growth, should be required to be taught in schools. Today, we'll talk about the history and significance of art in our theater. Secondly, we'll follow that up with how art affects students, and we'll conclude with ways to implement art and theater into our school systems. Let's begin with the history and significance of art. Art and theater in history was one of the only hobbies that everyone could have, including men and women, no matter what the socioeconomic status. According to the Metropolitan, music brought people together in church and social activities. Theater was open to everyone as well, and individuals would gather to watch plays, especially written by Shakespeare. Some of the greats, including Shakespeare, Michelangelo, Picasso, Van Gogh, etc., are all admired today and have in fact been an influence for modern artists, such as Richard Pettibone, who said, "I wanted to be a great painter. What better way to do that than to copy a great painting?" Angel Fernandez continues to explain the significance of art in our culture by saying that art can communicate information, shape our daily lives, make a social statement, and can be enjoyed for aesthetic beauty. Art has deep historical roots which provide inspiration for almost anyone, and which has provided a foundation for the world we live in today. It should be passed on through the generations and should be admired by all. After discussing the importance of art in society, how does it really affect students? Students are affected by art due to its educational aspects. Not only do the arts, quote, teach us about our history, but it is, quote, associated with gains in math, reading, cognitive ability, critical thinking, and verbal skill, while improving motivation, concentration, confidence, and teamwork, and while incorporating social history, aesthetics, economics, politics, and anthropology, explained by Fran Smith in the International Studies in History and Business of Art and Culture. In addition, students learn to have a connection with themselves and the world around them. While participating in the arts, one may, quote, gain insights into world cultures, traditions, and transition into the socioeconomic world, explained by International Studies in History and Business of Art and Culture. The RAND Corporation explains that art, quote, can connect people more deeply with the world and open them to new ways of seeing, end quote. International College of Musical Theater, in addition, states that, quote, art helps society as a whole in self-knowledge and understanding, end quote. Students will not only learn math, history, social studies, all educational important things, but they will also learn how to work together and respect themselves, respect authority, and respect the others that they're working with, which are very important for the real world. Most importantly, though, they learn to be confident in themselves, confident in others, and confident in the world around them, because they know more about it, because they're familiar with it. This confidence will provide these children with happiness, which will end in happy adults, which will make for great leaders who are confident in themselves, who are confident in the world, and confident in their abilities to express themselves and change the world. How do we incorporate the art in school? Because it is so important into the foundation and development of children. First, there needs to be an appreciation of the arts. Once there is an appreciation from the parents, students, and teachers, one must speak out about the importance of it. We must make it mandatory in schools, or a prerequisite or needed for graduations. One must take an art class or a music class or a music appreciation course. However, there should be lots of opportunities given for students to join these classes or to attend clubs based off of theater, based off of the arts, in order to express themselves, all with the appreciation for the arts. Today, we went over the significance of art, its effects on students, and how to implicate it, all showing that art and theater should be required in schools, as it is vital to emotional and educational growth. To quote Professor John Keating from the Dead Poets Society, medicine, law, business, engineering, these are all noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for. We live for art. We live for emotion. We live for beauty. Art gives us this reason to live. Thank you very much.